breeze blowing, storm clouds moving in. Whatever's gonna happen, it's about to begin. I remember what the drunk donkey told me when he said, son, don't fear. Mike's where the page life is about to appear. Then he's gonna tell you about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you which way it's going, and if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news that they try to hide. Just click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Well, there'll always be some haters, but they don't understand that Mike's got a friend and 100,000 more across the land. Well, if you want to know it first and you want to know it right and you want to have time to plan, Drunk Donkey Nation tells your friend Mike, he's your man. Then he's gonna tell you all about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you if it's gonna be a storm or if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news others try to hide. Click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide.
And we're live. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Tuesday's gone with the wind. We love little Leonard Skinner. Let's play a little Leonard Skinner. Tuesday's gone. All right, let me make sure. All right, so we got Shelly's checklist. Close. Oh, should have done the text first. Countdown. Oh man, I messed the sequence all up. Okay, Shelly, you should have put orders like text, countdown, then close the webcam or the video. Ugh. I'll get it right. So every year it screws up the season. There's something I screw up for the season on our lives. It takes me the whole season to perfect it. We just saw Howard the Duck, by the way, Chris. That's right. Home of the Golden Nugget. The Golden Nugget Hurricane Zeta adventure. We were there. So what's up, Timothy Weaver? I see people now. Lisette. What's up, YouTubers? Christina, Ricky, Scott, Jennifer, Steve over there, Glenn. Welcome, YouTubers. Morning, Shelly. Never thought I had to have Facebook admin help. My buddy Dennis Phillips messaged me last night. Now, don't be going over to Dennis Phillips and picking on him now, because he said we had some MWPs over there giving Dennis a hard time. He's one of my number one allies over there. But he said he had to start deleting people. Some people just like to start trouble. Hey, Emily, that's a great name. That's my daughter's name. So, hey, what's cooking? We're going to say hey to everybody. We're going to talk tropics. We got usually 45 minutes to an hour. We chit-chat. Hey, Bill, what's up, Tim? Now, I see Bolin. That's almost a cool name. See, Bolin's almost the same as Boylan. This is Hunter, by the way. We're just going to show Hunter today. We're going to do one dog at a time. Whitney, I saw your comment about the commercial, man. I don't know. It's like a really random, only special people put it to you that way. But I did take care of the website issue. There was a redirect on hyperlinks on the website. Google automatically did an experiment because I do have the one Google ad up top, and so I got that off at least. So because it was annoying me. Shelly's like, "Hey, you got this weird pop up," so it's off. We took it off. I found a way, so no more pop up. So there's our boy Hunter. He's a good boy. He's over a year old now. 8 pounds. 8 pounds 11. Don't forget. Okay, now I usually show the outside of ABC. This is the inside of ABC, where you can buy Hurricane Hunter beer from Big Storm Brewing, right here Look at that. And look at even the release of the originals coming out with the original donkey. Look at that. Is that not awesome? So, big thanks to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, located here in Florida. We love them to death. They support Drunk Donkey Nation. They support Mike's Weather Page. And all that we do, we really appreciate it. Great supporters of our page. Harold, you got some storms coming, your buddy. I know he snores. I'm gonna have to move him because it's almost annoying. I'm gonna have to get him checked out. Why do you snore so much? Stop snoring. I got him trained as about as good as Louie though. He's a pretty chill dog. Let's see how long he'll sit right there. He just kind of hangs out. He kind of looks like Louie a little bit, doesn't he? He's still little. All right, go see your brother. So big thanks to ABC. Hey, and I also shared that picture early on, Furman. I got to share it a lot because it's a great deal. A lot of people are shopping. But listen, 30% off. Use the code MWP30 for 30 off, plus free shipping, but you got to do it online. But they are great supporters of our page. Jason and Greg, big drunk donkeys. I drank with those guys. In order to be official drunk donkeys, you have to drink with the drunk donkey. And we did. So, all right, let's talk about the tropics real quick. All right, what is brewing? All right, we're live on YouTube. I got to make sure. So here we go. As always, listen, the bigger we get, the more stones that are thrown at us. Right? At least, hey, that's cool. You're stopping a good Lisette. Thanks. That's a great store, by the way. We love them. Hey, Katie Haley, what's up there in Niceville? What's up? Foxy needs a sleep mask. He's got sleep apnea. I know. I've read about these dogs. Tim Weaver, cool. So listen. So we got 1 million followers. There's a lot of hate. People are like, well, you know what's cool? We're not official. I've never been official. I'm not a real meteorologist. I'm a self-taught meteorologist. I do have a college education. I did graduate, cum laude, USF. But listen, we love talking tropics. We love talking long range. Most Mets aren't really ethically able to go very long range because they bite you in the ass sometimes. So this morning's theme, so yesterday's theme was everybody's jumping on board, graphics galore, and we saw all kinds of galore. Now this morning, overnight models backed off a little bit. Now the theme is never trust social media people, never trust long range. And I'm like, oh my God. And I don't know, it's always the first storm of the season that people go crazy for the first name. Not me, I'm always crazy. But the media loves the tropical season. Case in point, last year when we had Ada, I talk about it. Fall and football. Every year, if you guys are diehard MWPs, you know how we talk about it. The end of the season, October, fall leaves and football. Nobody talks tropics anymore. They could care less. We could have a hurricane barreling down the panhandle and it'll get like a little bit of press. Oh yeah, there's a hurricane out there. So it's the highs and lows of the tropics. Especially with Ada, man. I was like the only one huffing and puffing about Ada. I'm like, man, we're going to have a lot of surge. But hey, whatever. So here's the scoop. Let's talk about it. Sherry, right now all right, tropical mess. All right, so here's the deal. So 5-day forecast. So again, your official forecast is always the NHC. Always NHC. So this is a great graphic. I got it right here highlighted on my page. Most important graphic of the day. Right here. 2-day forecast, 5-day forecast. So we still got this little wave down here, 30%. Tropical waves start usually tropical development. So we got this tropical wave, 30%, and it's generally going northwestward, okay? We have another tropical wave down here that I'll show you on the eastern Pacific side, down here, 5-day. There's that one, 40%. So we basically have big old juicy mess brewing. Now here, I'll just leave this graphic up. But waves like this, okay? There's a chance still, middle of next week, we could see lowering pressures in the Gulf. I showed the ensembles this morning. The GFS has been slowly backing off, right? But the euro is still there. Did see a little shift again back west. So we see this flip-flop. Even the models that say that we're going to have something do this little wiggle, and that's very common when I do the seminars, windshield wiper effect. Flip-flop. Yeah, in fact, I meant to open the show showing flip-flop. And these have not been caught on fire yet, by the way. Notice them? They're nice and smooth. I've not lost it yet. I got a new pair. Hey, Robert Williams. It's nothing moist. So, all right, so let me show you what I posted this morning. Then we'll get right down into the nitty-gritty. So, I always start the day with this model, this graphic right here. I love doing this one. I love the ensembles. I love showing things like this. All right, so note 617. I don't want to go any farther out in time. I'm trying to keep it within a 10-day window here. But the euro still showing quite a few members pulling north from the Bay of Campeche. GFS really backed off a lot. Now I'm going to show you something else. The latest GFS operational run is back to showing a storm again. So, but as far as time frame goes, this is the exact same timestamp. This probability map went down a little bit. So, good news, we didn't see an increase in prediction overnight. But I'm not giving up yet, because let me show you another graphic I didn't post. I posted this to the supporters earlier today. But I wanted to show you this one. Okay, I get a lot of people asking me, what about the UK? What about the icon? What about the those 2 minutes? So the icon only goes out, I think 168 hours. I don't know. It only goes out like 7 days. So the icon last year really was the one early on that I noticed was really had a good track record of early tropical genesis. So we're kind of in that window now where the icon is in play. So the only interesting thing now, I gotta be careful, because if I keep talking about it and it doesn't happen, then I really kind of feel like I'm hyping. So I'm kind of slowing down because of, ensembles went down a little bit. I'm keeping this graphic up to show you special people that watch our lives that the icon for 6:15, which is what, Monday or Tuesday? That's Tuesday, starting to show low pressure. Now listen, that's not very strong, okay? Nothing to get worked up about. I hope the number one theme, we keep talking about is a wide system in the Gulf. None of the models have really shown anything much more than a tropical storm. But the icon window is at least now starting to show low pressure. So this is as far out as the icon model will run. But it was my favorite model last year. The CMC was like my almost favorite model last year, and the CMC is still showing development in the same time frame. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Just because the GFS and Euro are bouncing all around, we still have more than one model support. A couple weeks ago, when the GFS was the only model showing a run, and that was on an operational run, that would be a little different because we only had one model. So we live and die. And then I was like, you know what? Our site's called Spaghetti Models, man. I'm not going to change. I love talking long range. That's what we do. That's why everybody loves it. So anyway, there's that. Now let me show you some operational runs. Operational runs are like the main runs. Let's go to Tropical Tidbits. You can do that. It's free. You can support them if you want. You go to my site right here. Here we go. There they are. GFS, Euro, and CMC right there. Click, click, click. So here's your latest GFS. Now, note, let's go to the middle part of next week. Middle part of next week is about right here. Now, look, light blue is lowering pressures. Morning, Richard Sanford. Hey, buddy. Chris is basically steering is high pressure northwest right now. Everything's kind of pulling up. There could be a dip in the jet stream, which will help pull anything upwards from Central America next week. But note, GFS lowering pressure here a little bit, not a lot. This This is the time frame that it was showing development. Now, what the GFS does over time, now going into the end of the week, it pulls up another system. So I didn't show that one because that would be a completely different scenario what we're talking about. What we're talking about is middle week, 2 spots to watch, Pacific and Gulf. That was last night. So you go to 00Z last night, and kind of the same, lowering pressures. You can see going back in time, 18Z really was aggressive here, coming in off of the Yucatan. Yesterday's 12Z, about the same. So, within 24 hours here, we've seen a little bit of switch. That's not a long enough time frame to go all in and say it's over. You go to the CMC, and it's been really consistent. So this has really got my eyes. Notice the shift. We were saying that this thing likely would go something like that. Well, we are seeing a legitimate shift kind of back to the west. So CMC is still predicted middle week, low pressure. Note the millibar, 1001. 1001 is nothing too strong. It's mainly a wet tropical, unfortunately, a lot of rain. Hey. Andrew, nope, Carolinas look good. There is a system that could come in off of the Carolina coast, I guess I should show, but it's one of them nothing burgers, really. But there you go. There's a CMC. So there's that. Let's see, the GFS. Now we're going to show you the moisture. Regardless of development, still the Euro and everybody's still showing moisture pulling up. The Euro, middle week, very weak signature. And then yesterday, of course, it showed that. So that's a pretty big flip-flop in 12 hours. I mean, yesterday, Euro showing this, overnight this. So I'm not ready to jump all in and say it's over. It's just things start to trend, and yesterday they trended stronger, and today a little less. So that was yesterday. So again, the CMC is still very consistent, and we'll just see what we got. There's yesterday's CMC, more broad or low. Last night or overnight, last night's or Sunday night's CMC right there. So, all right, so there's that. So there's still that. Let's go back here. Let's look at precipitable water real quick with the Euro, and then we'll see what you guys are saying. Fishing off the Keys next week, Brandon. Well, so far it looks good. This thing hugs a little bit more to the west, then you're looking good. Let's see. Let's go to well, here we already got the Euro. Let's just pull up precipitable water. All right, so in the middle part of next week. All right, here is basically the Euro for next week. So all the reds indicate, can you see them, I guess, a little bit. Hey, look, man, they're getting louder every damn show. Come here. So the precipitable water shows the amount of moisture in the air, and as you can see, we got precipitable water down in the Bay of Campeche middle next week. So again, this is the overnight run. You look at yesterday's 12Z run, a little more moisture in the middle Gulf. So the Euro backed off a little bit, but the 2 runs prior, quite a bit of moisture in the middle Gulf. When you have moisture, you have an enhanced MJO, which is a big factor in tropical development. This is July 12th week right here. You have a kind of an enhanced stage of the MJO, which promotes thunderstorms. You have that. You have definitely warming water temperatures are warming up fast. A couple spots are reporting 90 degrees now off of the Florida West Coast. So you have ingredients, and then we're going to have general lowering pressures. So that is that's why I'm not giving it the old axe yet. Let's see if they've updated this little guy yet. This is our climate prediction center. Let's see. They should add an updated one. Yeah, they still got it listed right there. So they still show week of June 9th to 15th next week. Still have high confidence that we're going to see something tropical down here. So that's it's painful waiting this far out. Hey, Tammy Harvick. But anyways, the good news is it hasn't gotten any stronger signal. So tropical juice, yes, still be watching. Middle of the week, Texas, Upper Gulf, maybe Florida West Coast. If this trends continue to the west, and the afternoon models will be huge, 12Zs. I know they sound like turkeys. Hey, Hunter, come here. Come here. You got to stop that. I have to give him. I have to start putting him in the bedroom or something. They used to be the birds 2 years ago. Robert, good question. The fronts right now, we got a huge sow outbreak. Look at this. Still too early in the year for Africa, but we can take a look here. Let's look at some high resolution. This graphic here is 23 megabytes. Let's see if we crash Chrome. This probably wasn't a good idea to open up a 23 megabyte image. But there's that. I got to get the dog. He's driving me crazy. Come here. Come here. Come here. Why are you so loud? Why are you so loud today? You got to stop doing that. All right, so we got a huge sow. Hey, Sean McKee, how's it going, man? My storm chaser buddy. But it's a huge outbreak coming in off of Africa right now. Look at that. Big. That's all kind of in the news a little bit. That's a huge dust outbreak coming off of Africa right now. And it's not going to really mean anything early on in the season because we have it's just too early in the season. But this is a good one too off in the old school. I always like this one. This one, wow, look at that. So that one really picks it up. So huge outbreak right now. Oh, there's the Earth. Holy cow, we just zoomed way in. We're on the moon. I just took you guys to the moon. We're on the dark side of the moon. There's the Earth. It's not letting me zoom smaller, slower. I wonder why. Used to. Oh, there we go. But there's a sow outbreak. Huge outbreak of sow. Later in the season, this will be significant. Bobby chases weather, not models. Yeah, well, it's hard to chase. It's hard to chase models. What's up, Bobby? So, Bobby, this is the best time of the year for storm predictions. So, this is the time of the year where we start to see what models are going to be good, which models are going to be bad. GFS, in my opinion, started out kind of bad. CMC and Icon last year were my favorites, and they're sniffing low pressure coming up. Oh, you're in California, Katie. Cool, man. Met a softball dad that lived in Jacksonville this weekend, and we were talking about the crazy phenomenon here of Jacksonville missing so many storms because, this is what they do. Like there's a little protective barrier right here for Jacksonville, Savannah, Brunswick area. But you can really see the high pressure though. I love looking at that. Look at this. This is so cool. There's a general flow right now of the ocean, or the wind, not ocean. There's our flow. That is the story of the season. A lot of people send me articles all the time about the Bermuda low, or Bermuda high. Man, that's 2 bundles in 1 minute. When the high pressure is stronger in different areas, it changes a lot. When the high pressure is up here, then we typically could get storms do that. And there's seasons that we get a lot of recurves. When the high pressure is positioned a little bit more to the west, then we get a little bit more like that. So that's the big question where that high pressure sets up. I don't really think it's predictable. A lot of what if articles out there, like, the high pressure could be doing this here, which would spell more trouble for, coastal U.S. So that, a lot of that's just speculation, like, where the high sets up. There's Bermuda, and there's our Bermuda high. But if it hangs around right here, then yeah, East Coast and Gulf needs to think about, hey, there's a chance that we could see more action. Right now, the ITCZ line, the monsoon trough, is low, and it takes a while for this to drift northward. So these waves that do come across are positioned too low right now to really become anything in the Caribbean. There's your line. Usually this ITCZ line is 10 degrees. And look, Shelly sent me a cheat sheet. Look. Shelly sent me that. A cheat sheet. So it's usually 10 degrees latitude, not longitude. So usually 10 degrees latitude, 10 to 15 degrees is usually where this line will set up. And these little tropical waves have a better chance of developing and breaking off because of the Cornelius effect. They break off like little babies. All right, so anyway, there's a lot of tropical waves. Note that. That's kind of uncommon. They started out early this year. Lots of tropical waves out there. This is the one they're watching currently, this little guy here. We can watch it too. Let's look at the CMC and just kind of get an idea what it thinks as far as vorticity goes. Sometimes you can pick up on direction on waves. So our wave right here, you can see a little bit in the barbs, tropicaltidbits.com. You can follow our wave. Kind of comes up, merges with the other wave, and then you're going to see this general like that. This is what the CMC is thinking. This is the weekend, and then boom, there it is right there. Boom. This is next Sunday, and then spins it up. So that's the CMC. Now yesterday's Euro did the same thing. The Euro yesterday, 12Z, was doing the same thing. So we'll really pay attention to the overnight models to see what or afternoon models, what they show. So anyway, hey, tropical wave, John, it's just a little bump and a little disturbance coming across. Depression actually has a closed low. So tropical waves are just these little guys, little storm cloudy areas that come across, but they have to have a closed low circulation to become tropical depression or storm. And sometimes you can look at the lower level spin, and you can look at some other things, but generally speaking, you would want to see some sort of. Now here's your low Whitney was talking about. This is the one currently off of Central America on the Pacific side. This little guy's got a 40% chance, but see, this is kind of what happened. This is called an Central American gyre. History shows that very favorable sometimes that these turn into big, juicy, broad, low pressure areas that sometimes can consolidate into tighter lows. That has been the common theme, though. We could just get a general low pressure system, go to the Gulf, and maybe last second ramp up, to the tropical storm. But we can see the spin right here. This is a little system here, and then we got a little wave here. This wave does this, and this one might do that. That's kind of the model's thinking on development. But this little low right now, let's take a look at that on Weather Nerds to see how organized it looks this morning. We can go to Pacific here, East Pacific, and take a look. Big old juicy mess. This is on Weather Nerds. You could be your own satellite guy and do your thing. Here you go. We'll leave that up. This is the Pacific side, but this is marked, and this whole juicy mess is going to kind of combine possibly with our other juicy mess and maybe get pulled up. So CAG, that's right. CAG is not there yet. You're doing better on me, buddy. Want to see Hunter again? Who wants a BLT? Super dog. Woo. But anyway, yeah. So that's it. So listen, we're no different than we were yesterday. We're still watching the Gulf for maybe middle next week. Timing still seems like it's If we got anything, it would be before the following weekend. We're going to keep attention to that little guy. The little system coming here off of the East Coast. Let's take a look at some surface charts here. So we got this little guy possibly coming off. I don't know if it's going to become tropical or not, but we have leftover front here. This is on Sunday. So it's showing up. It could be, I don't know. If we had storms last year form out here. Whether or not it's still too early in the season, but we're basically getting low pressure coming in off of the middle U.S. We had a couple storms last year get started that way, and it is showing up on a couple of the models. It'd be north of Bermuda, so it's not anything to really get too worked up about. But it would be, it's just tied to a front. I don't know if it's really worth talking about. This is the Euro. It's just a big old frontal boundary out there. That this is on Sunday. I don't know. So, yeah. Look at that. You got 3 little spinners out here. 3 little birds. Look at that. There's that. So, that's just all tied to a front. Whether or not it develops or not. Oh, my God. Look at the GFS. Really got a big one there. But, I don't know. So, some of the models are showing something out there. But, again, here's Bermuda. It would do that, so not too worked up about that little guy. So here's that. And then the icon. Again, like I said, the icon doesn't go out that far, but we're starting to get into that window where the icon, remember the 00Z on the icon runs farther than the 6Z. Anyway, all right. Andrew, well, that's a good question. It is so hot. Well, you got record heat. But the jet, basically, it's moved up, the subtropical. So we really don't have any. All right, now you're snoring again. But we have record heat in the Dakotas. So check out this. Well, there's a jet stream. Jet stream's way to the north. That just allows heat. It just blocks the cooler air, but. Jet stream's way to the north. Now what that does too is creates a lot of instability. Now look, today, close to Harold, we got storms brewing now. But look at Thursday. They're really talking about, today's Tuesday, tomorrow's Wednesday. Yep, Thursday. Already got enhanced on Thursday. That's pretty rare to be that far out. 3 days from now. So they're even talking about activity is likely to grow upscale, increasing wind damage for the Dakotas. Even dipping down possibly into Nebraska. So heat creates storms, and man, we've already seen it this year with the heat going farther to the north. We're seeing a lot more storms in the north, northeast, and especially Central Plains here north. That's Thursday. That'll be a pretty big weather event to be watching for in the Dakotas, and that's because of the heat. Heat brews trouble. As far as rains go, so we talked about this yesterday. Look, so we got a dry spell coming for the south and the east here. Here's your 5-day rain forecast. Not much cooking in the south. We have flooding potential today again. Yesterday was a little bit more to the west. Now it's more into Arkansas, stretching over to Mississippi northward there. That's today. Individual rain, though, let's take a look at that real quick. It's always fun to see daily rain totals just for fun. Then we'll look at HRR. Here's today's rains. Not a lot. Remember, light green is not even a tenth of an inch. Blue is inch. So when you see green, that's just like a trace. All right, so tomorrow, almost nada tomorrow for a bunch of folks. And then Thursday, almost nada. Friday, almost nada. Saturday, almost nada. Sunday, it slowly comes back. And then look at this, day 7. There's the tropical juice. This is Monday. So regardless of development, we got tropical moisture coming up again next week. That's a given for sure. So starting to show up right there. Let's look at some more precipitated water map. Well, we showed a lot of that. What else can we look at? We can look at IR. I like to look at the simulated IR. You guys see that picture I posted yesterday too? I took the old donkey cam up. Let's take a look at that real quick. This is a cool picture. Look at this picture. I'll leave it here. I gotta see what you guys are saying. There it is. So look at this. That was yesterday. Look at that sucker, man. That was so cool. I heard thunder to my north, so I went out and got the old donkey cam fired up, and look at that. That's Lake Tarpon. One little downpour. That's typical Florida weather, right? So these folks got like 2 inches, and over here they're like, I didn't get any rain. Them damn weathermen suck. Well, these folks did half a mile away. They just sit. They don't move much. They blossom. They dump everything, and then they burn out. But yeah, it was cool. Thanks, Gretchen. So anyway, so again, I started. If you just got here, I love it. First storm potential of the season. All the chit chat online. You got the hypers, you got the ones bashing the hypers, you got the ones making fun of long range modeling, you got the one. Ron, I don't know that question. I don't know why the jet stream's so high. And you know what? With record heat, some of the record heat was 5 to 6 to 7 degrees higher than ever. So it's a rarity. You know, it's you know, and it's messing up the water temps. It's crazy. Like, we got a warmer subtropical here, so we got warmer waters up here. They're slowly warming back up. See, it doesn't take long for the water to warm back up. The Sal outbreak sometimes will help blanket the Atlantic a little bit. Not much. I mean, it's just a matter of time the waters heat back up. It's a very short term sea surface temperature, and honestly too, it's more about the ocean heat content is what fuels storms more than sea surface temperatures. It's the hot water below the surface more than anything. So sea surface temperature is very deceiving. You know, you can have a iced coffee. You can take a hot coffee, put an ice cube in it. The top of the coffee is cold, middle bottom's hot, right? Eventually the hot water overtakes the cold, the ice melts, cools down a little bit, but it's nowhere near what it was when the ice was at the surface. So it's the overall depth of the water, and the hotter the water below the surface. So that's why the sea surface temperature changes like a yo-yo. It might affect things in the short term. But it's this graphic here that we you look at as having tropical heat potential. All right, so again, here's your juice. We can look at the water vapor. This is all. You even got a little spin. Oh, we got a little spinach. Look at that. You can see it. Wow. A lot of shear down there though. But see that dry air. Yellow is dry air, but we can see. Look right here. This is that wave they're watching. See the little spinach? Got a little spinach. Little bit of spinach. I wonder if I can zoom in on that a little closer. Let's go to Weather Nerds. That's why it's 30%, you know. It's going to, you know, it's hovering really close. Look at all these areas of storms. It's crazy. Look at this. So that, remember yesterday I posted that land cane picture, and it definitely panned out. This is just some intense storms ongoing still. Up into upper Louisiana again. Look at that. This is today. This is not yesterday. This is what it looked like yesterday. This is Texas, by the way. Here's Texas, Louisiana, but that's today. That's happening now. Just this deja vu all over again. Let's see. All right, so we're gonna go look at the. We're gonna close in on our little spot down here and see if we see any satellite spinach. I bet you we will. But there's a lot of dry air around it. But there's spinach, though. Could be our first Gulf spinach. Yeah, good point. The flow. We'll pull up Bobby's map. There you go. Yeah, so here's spinach. Look at that. So you got a little bit. This is the spot they're watching. Now look, land's right here. But you know, if it gets the seed, they say if it plants the seed, it could pop out on the other side into the Bay of Campeche. But listen, as far as people in the States concerned, Zero reason to worry right now. I hope that's been clear with my messaging. 99% of models have been showing upper 990 millibar systems to low 1000s. So that's usually the tropical storm range. And you guys are used to rain. So definitely a rain event regardless if it makes it that way out. But there you go. There's your early morning spinach. Definitely trying to brew. Problem is, like I said, it's got a lot of land. You know, widen it out a little bit. You know, here's where it's going. But look, you know, it's got land. A lot of land. So, question will be what happens when all this juice. Let's go back to Bobby's loop now. She likes this. I think I still call it Bobby's water vapor. See, look at that. Bobby has got her spot. Look at that. I stole that from her page because she likes it. So it's called Bobby's water vapor loop. It's a white water. This is old school. Like when you see Levi and a lot of these forecasters, they really love this water vapor loop because it's black and white, but it's really simple. You can really see the moisture flow a little better. You can see the upper level lows spinning. You can see the flow. And it's all timing of this next front coming down too. We have a midweek front dipping down that could pull anything up. That's the key. And that's midweek. It looked like we had a little frontal action coming down. Well, I got a lot of windows. Let's see if I crash Chrome. Let's see what my limit is this year. We crash Chrome once a month. Let's see. Oh, let's look at simulated IRR. I like this one. All right, let's look at this little guy. So here's mid 10th. Why is this one not going out that far? Oh, it's 1 hour. This one only goes out the middle week. But see, here's the latest GFS. This is over the weekend. Here's our Pacific system going north. So the flow is definitely pulling upward. Anyway, all right, I'm rambling on too much. All right, so nothing new to report. Dry in the south the next few days. Stormy up north. Let's count the windows. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Couldn't see a crossover, Whitney. Yes, it happened a couple times last year. And you know what? Last year we had Cristobal already. This is interesting, right? We had Tropical Storm Cristobal last year. It seems like forever ago. It was already last year. And that is interesting because it was the sea storm, you know. Let me go to Wikipedia here. Here you go. So that was last year. Yesterday. I think it made landfall yesterday, a year ago today. Tropical Storm Cristobal. I think. Oh, there's two. This is lumped together. Oh, that was a crossover. Oh, there you go. That was a crossover. I knew we had a crossover last year. God, man, the whole year just blended together. So it was Amanda, crossed over. Remember, we talked about this the other day. If it loses its tropical characteristics and kind of you get remnants, it'll take on a new name. If it crosses over and kind of maintains its core, it'll maintain that Pacific name. So last year, I don't even remember it, man. I got hurricane hangover. So that was crazy last year. I remember May 24th. That was a long system. Here we go. Re-intensified north of the Yucatan on June 5th. This is a pretty good shot of it. That was June 5th last year. It's a little history. Little weather history. Somebody asked about why is Texas, Louisiana? Well, Texas, Louisiana, we've had this strong high pressure system kind of hanging out. Really, stronger the high pressure system, it just flows, just blocks. High pressure slid over a little bit. That's that scenario they're talking about for this year. If high pressure maintains itself a little bit more to the west, then storms move a little bit more to the west. So they're kind of thinking history repeats itself, and that's why last year that was the flow. Later in the season, the high pressure breaks down a little bit, and we start to get more development, in this region, and that's when we get the typical curves because the frontal boundaries come in. That's later season. Early season, we're kind of still in this late season pattern with the tropical areas down here pulling up. But the heart of the season, a lot of it depends on the high pressure that builds up over the Atlantic, and depending on the placement of the high pressure determines. All right, so that's cool. So recap, a little less signature today than yesterday. CMC and Icon, I'm really watching close. They did very well last year. GFS and Euro are flip-flopping every 12 hours, so not a lot of confidence for next week. Still, there is confidence we're going to see Gulf moisture pulling up that could bring some additional rains no matter what to definitely Gulf region, Texas, Louisiana, Panhandle, Florida. West Coast Florida is still questionable, and that's that. So makes sense. We did good. All right, what other questions we got? Somebody's watching me on 3 screens. Oh, Shelly said on 3 screens. Good morning, Marcia. How's it going? I'm going backward. Want to know why the storm's going to pull north? Yeah, hurricane magnet. Hey, Beth. How's it going? Sheila, possible storm? I'm still watching close. I think history, a lot of factors are saying we have a chance that we're going to see some sort of a weak tropical system. Let's see, anything else? So, nothing really. Andrew, yes, they are conductive. Correct. 78, 79 is where I've seen. They say typically 80 degrees, but you can get away with about 78 degrees. This is my Fox Hurricane. I got them linked here. Look, Fox right up top here. They have great imagery too. Bay News 9 does also. Here are some of your water temps. 84 down there by the Yucatan. 80s in the Gulf. So definitely warming up. Why do I click? I clicked the same one 3 times. Oh, it's because it's the same graphic. Well, it's a little different. Florida temps, 89. Now see, this is what I don't get. I have to email these guys and ask them, because you got Fox showing 89 at Clearwater Beach. You go to Bay News 9, and they're showing 81. And it's still updated Tuesday, 10:02, so that was today. So I don't know. I don't know which to believe. I know I was out there in the water. It didn't feel like 89, but there you go. There's 81. My Fox 13 saying 89. Venice 84. So definitely, definitely Fox water temperatures, sea surface temperatures are warmer than Bay News 9. Water's hot. All right. So what am I doing? They got some explaining to do. All right. So, again, the reason I keep talking about this spot, historically speaking, this is a spot to watch. We have signs of lowering pressures. We have an enhanced stage of the MJO coming. We have water temperatures are hot. We already have a couple waves on both sides. So it's what it needs. It's what it needs. It's got a lot of the things going for it. So that's why I'm talking about it. Like I said, if nothing happens, I'm giving the hypers 1 day of bashing my Twitter page. And then you're banned for life. No. Anyway, all right. So that's about it. We'll see what's going on. Hey, listen, I'm going to the Rays game. I got my Brady shirt on today because I didn't want to get my Rays. I got to go clean my truck out. I got to go pick up some wood for my dad. My 83-year-old dad is putting up wood on a ceiling. So he went and got the wood today. I got to pick it up in my truck. So then I'm going to come back home, pick up Sarah from school. We're going down to the tailgate. So if you're at the Rays game, hit me up. We'll be there. We'll be in right field. I'll buy you a beer. Shelly's going to give him 1 hour. I love it. Hey, I was thinking about it, Oh, man, I got hair on me. So, let's show the puppy again. He's such a good boy. I think he's the cutest little dog on the planet. He's only 8 pounds of love. Right, Hunter? You want to talk? You want to do the show? What do you think? Look at the camera. If I can get his mouth to move like this, look at it. Stop. Look at it. Let me find. How do I do that here? Where's your mouth at? He's pretty stubborn. I need to get like strings on his mouth. Rays are as hot as the Fox graphic. Yes, they are hot. Tonight's Glass Nose starting, by the way. I love the Rays. Love puppies. We'll be drinking Hurricane Hunter out in the parking lot. So if you come by, we'll be tailgating. Let's see. How can I show you? Let's see. Tampa Bay Rays map. Let's show you that. I'll show you where I tailgate. Map. Let's see. See if the map comes up. There's the map. There we are. Let's go to. How do we go to satellite? All right. So we will be here. Somewhere. So if you're driving by, come by and I'll give you a Hurricane Hunter beer. A free beer. Problem is if you have too many of those, you won't remember the game. I've been there, done that. Let's see what Twitter's doing. So anyway, everybody's bashing people like me today because the model's back down a little bit. But back to what started what started the page was spaghetti models, So 2004, I was addicted to spaghetti models, as all of you all are. And there's always that long debate, like we shouldn't show spaghetti models because it's irresponsible, but people like them. I love them. Now, Ben Knoll is a pretty big science dude. He's showing how El Nino is going to return back August, September. I've been showing that too, but this is a new model map that just came out. So La Nina comes back, it could mean an active end of the season again, like we did last year. September, October, November. So if La Nina returns, could mean we could still have some late season systems, which the trend is La Nina returning toward the season. So that's about it. I forgot I got to do ooh, that's a crash right there. Fox 13. So much fun we cleaned a baby dinosaur running through their yard. Baby dinosaur. All right, that's it. So cool. All right, listen, we'll be doing it live tomorrow again for sure. I got to show you something real quick though. Look at this. So this is awesome. It's only one play. Let me hit pause. So, well, I tell you what, I'll pull the whole thing up. It's only 55 seconds. I think it was this one right here, Bonnet End. Was it this one? I can't remember now. Yeah, this is it. So, all right. So, Emily had an amazing. So maybe my buddy James is on there. I don't know. All right. So let me hit stop. So, yeah, as you know, we spend the weekends at softball. So Emily pitched a lot this weekend, which is great. She needs it. So this game here, I don't know what happened. Somehow we ended up with bases loaded. So time expired. Right. This is cool for you softball fans. Time expired. We were ahead 2-1. The opposing team is home. And they had bases loaded, no out. So, huge. So, here's what we got. So, Emily struck out the first batter, which is pretty cool. Note the runners. Inside pitch, fouled her off. Right. So, she comes back. 3 straight strikes. Did good. Struck out the leadoff batter. Boom. First out. Exciting, right? Next batter comes up. And first pitch, she held it a little high. Could have been a strike. Ball 1. She walks a runner, we tie, right? Second one, perfect outside screwball. And then check this out. Watch this. Boom, up the middle. Chucks it home. Chucks it to first. Double play. Ends the game. So that was fun. But, that's a hard hit ball. Look at this. That was a hard hit. Right back at her. Bam! She feels the ball so good. Proud dad moment. She did really good. I was proud of her. So, all right, have a great day, everybody. I really appreciate you guys and gals being part of our page. Love talking tropics. We love it. I love showing scenarios. I love talking general weather. And still not backing down on the possibility next week, so we'll see what we got if we get it. So the 12Z models, if they all start really backing down, then I'll, But if we, what we typically see is things flip-flop. So I don't make knee-jerk reactions. Knee-jerk reaction would be yesterday, all the models showing an increased chance, and then today they're showing nothing. Everybody's like, see, I told you so. No, we got to do things slow. Hey, James, there you go, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody, for that. So, anyway. So, no knee-jerk reactions. We're still watching the golf next week. Again, and the following weekend looks fine, too. Father's Day. This is going to probably, just get out of here by Father's Day weekend if it pans out. So, but as always, I will be here showing you every scenario from the ABC Fine Wine and Spirits Studio. Love y'all. Bye.